We're driving down to Kissimmee, Florida. Why are we driving to Kissimmee, Florida, Clay?
We're blasting through time to debunk the time traveler. No, we saw this video of this guy who, well, there is a real guy, or there is a guy who is a time traveler named John Titor. This other guy named Rasmus, or the hoax hunter, says this guy's fake and his address is down in Kissimmee, Florida, and we're in Orlando, so that's like 15 minutes down the way. And we are going to this P.O. box to see if this definitive proof is in fact definitive proof. And we have cameras, and we're bored.
I was just kind of shocked when you showed me that that this thing said it was in Kissimmee.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Like, what business would a time traveler have to spend all of his time in Kissimmee, Florida?
He's plus 65 and retired.
That's right.
We can find it if I knew where I was going. But
where's
the map?
Home Slice's map here? Look at this. I mean, look at that. There it is. So we are heading toward this, the said location of where Mr. Time Traveler has a P.O. box. I mean, you're traveling through time. I mean, you can go to as many interesting places as you want, but why not go to Kissimmee, Florida?
Well, you could see Disney World in all the different stages of the different decades. That'd be pretty cool.
What are your thoughts on time travel?
I don't know, this is a fine line. I guess there's science that supports it and science that doesn't support it, and I've read a lot of articles, but at the same time, it's time travel. This guy has a P.O. box, so I do want to believe in aliens and all that stuff, if that's any indication on if I'm objective or biased or not. But
what about you, Tom?
I mean, time travel for me has always been an interest. Like, I think it's a very interesting topic. The John Titor, like, you look up time travel on the internet, on Google, you go down on the page end of page 1 and beginning of page 2, you're gonna find something that talks about this guy, like this person, and like this other guy says that he's full of crap. All these other people say that maybe he's not full of crap, and like this, what we're going to see is like either the nail in the coffin or just some kind of excuse to call the whole thing off and just call the whole thing a fraud.
Cool. Raymond, your thoughts?
What do you think about time travel?
Well, I am definitely interested in time travel. I would like to think it's real so I could travel back in time someday myself. What I want to know is, why is the John Titor story, why is it such a big deal to everyone? I mean, you've seen all these people are signing on to the forums. They're all, this Rasmus guy is posting all these hoax hunter videos discrediting the whole Titor story. But I want to know, like, what's the one thing that's like drawing them in so deep? I mean, if this guy is real and it ends up that he did make these posts on the internet, I mean, why do so many people care at all? I mean, there's no way they can prove it. He stopped making the posts long ago. I mean, I think they're blowing it way out of proportion, you know what I mean? But, you know, in the end, I mean, look at us. We're in here wasting our Saturday giving in to this temptation, man. We're getting in just as much as the next guy. Maybe that's why it's such a big deal, man. It's like a whirlpool, just sucks you in.
I think a lot of it is in the intrigue and the kind of what if that surrounds this idea that intrigues people about it. To me, it's the modern day Bigfoot. You know, like, people could go on forever and think that either John Titor is a real time traveler from 2036, or John Titor is a bunch of guys out in the woods with the giant cement foot casts, just having a laugh on everybody. And personally, like, I want to see which one it is.
Whoever the guy is that made the post, or whoever the people are and they made these predictions, the weird thing is, I think, that some of the things that the guy said, you know, years before they happen, in a specific time frame, they happen. And then some of the stuff he didn't, but the things that happened, he said is weird enough that people latch onto that. Like the desire to really believe in something, or it's got so much faith that it isn't real, you'll do whatever you want, or do whatever you can to, you know, make it so. Much like this guy Rasmus saying, you know, here's the definitive proof after, you know, 10 years later, and here we are in a van on a Saturday to go see whether or not a P.O. box is real, so that we can prove or disprove that there is a time traveler. So I think it's just human nature to be curious, and this is one big mystery.
Your thoughts?
Well, we're getting closer.